Texans fans got to be pretty happy with the result. Cowboys fans, I mean, this is what you guys kind of deserve. Oh, I'm not going to go into that. But either way, yeah, here was the highlights from Monday Night Football, if you even want to call it that.
And remind everyone who still owns this state.
At the line of scrimmage, once they get up there, hand to Mixon, come back. Joe Mixon, goodbye. Touchdown, Texans. Pointing series there for Dallas. Here's a fake. The pass is caught, but short of first down yardage. They pass on the field goal try. Stroud throws, pass picked off. Intercepted. That's Hooker. Blitz off the edge. Cowboys pick it up. Pass is picked. Intercepted by Stingley. Mixon, a walk-in. Touchdown, Texans. Here's a first down and more. Flag on the play. Turpin is gone. Will it stand? And Mr. Automatic showing here in the first 30 minutes. 40-yard try hits the upright. 2 for 2 on the night. Creating takeaways, and he's lucky on that one. 64-yard try by Aubrey. He's got it. Rush, flag, pass incomplete. Rush, ball knocked out of his hand and ends up in the arms of Guyton. He gets it knocked out by Petrie, and the return for the touchdown. Mixon, touchdown. Texans.
And with that, what is going on, guys? We'll go back to the final. Of course, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the Week 11 Monday Night Football recap. Obviously, it was a doozy in the battle for Texas. Not really, but hey, we'll see a better battle for Texas, obviously, over Thanksgiving weekend. I'll give you guys some, again, for college football fans, again, if you watch this. I'll give you guys some notes before we get, obviously, the Week 13 preview. Almost got there. That'll be in a couple weeks. But nonetheless, obviously, with Thanksgiving fastly approach, we'll be seeing the Cowboys obviously play on Thanksgiving. It doesn't look like they're obviously going to be doing anything there anyway, but, like, I just want to put it out there. Nonetheless, actually, on how this game went, I really didn't care to watch most of this. I'm gonna honestly say the only play I actually watched fully live, at least, was that the Cooper Rush interception. Outside of that, though, did not watch this game live. Again, we had work to do with the recap, obviously, as well as, again, watching film and stuff. So it wasn't exactly the best game for that. Either way, though, Texans get a bounce back win again after losing 3 out of their last 4. It wasn't exactly the best game you've seen out of them, but again, still was a big blowout win nonetheless. Of course, their biggest win on the road since 2015, when of course they beat the Titans by 4 touchdowns. And this one, obviously, they won technically by 3 scores, but it was a lot worse than that, obviously, as well. Nonetheless, they're playing the Titans next week at home as well, so that's actually pretty ironic. But yeah, they're doing their own thing there. But either way, for C.J. Stroud, 23 of 34, 257 interception. The interception was not a great throw. But outside of that, yeah, and he took care of the ball pretty well. Was decent over the middle. That's what you're gonna get out of C.J. Stroud. He's been very underwhelming this year, but I mean, not a bad game overall. Joe Mixon obviously broke through with that 45-yard touchdown. It wasn't very efficient outside of that in this game, but again, still had 3 touchdowns. Carried me in fantasy this week. I would have lost by a lot more if it wasn't for him. Nico Collins came back, 4 catches, 54 yards. Tanked out the identical numbers. Joe Mixon had 1 big catch and run. Did not include on the highlights because, I mean, guys, it wasn't the greatest game. I don't think it warranted that. But still, Dalton Schultz had a couple catches as well. Overall, for this offense, Nico Collins coming back was a huge help again. I wouldn't say he was completely 100%, but he looked pretty good overall. It was how he can continue to ramp it back up here in the next coming weeks. Defensively, Henry Chuo played very well, 7 tackles, my bad. Kadar Hallman, I guess he was okay. Jalen Petrie was good, though. Dingle Audrey had a sack as well as 2 from Daniel Hunter, who owned Tyler Guyton in this one, as well as a sack from Tim Settle, another interception from Derek Stingley Jr., as well as Derek Brennan having a sack again, the scoop and score. First, Texans player to force the fumble, scoop it up, and bring it back to the house for, of course, the scoop and score. Since 2007, of course, that being D'Amico Ryans, their head coach. So that's pretty cool there as well. Kyrie Irving did not miss any field goals, didn't have really any challenges with that, but that's what's going on there. Cowboys, of course, fought 3 and 7 yards, knew that they were really bad. Of course, they are an unimaginably negative 118-point differential at home this season. The only game that it was really close in was that Ravens game. That they were still down, was it like 28-0 or something like that. But obviously, outside of that, I mean, guys, they've lost 5 in a row. Of course, 0-5 at home. Jake Paul has more wins at AT&T Stadium than they do in over a year now that we think about it. But yeah, the Cowboys are just they're really bad as we expected though. They're playing the Commanders on the road next week. Expect them to get smashed in that one. No Diddy, but they have the Giants on Thanksgiving on a short week following that, and what will I hopefully be Trey Lance versus what it's called, Drew Lock. That would be funny. Cooper Rush, in my opinion, he wasn't good, but like he wasn't completely awful. He hit his receivers in stride. Sometimes the timing was off a little bit, but like overall, I don't think he played too bad. Of course, the interception wasn't pretty, but again, a lot of garbage time numbers, obviously, but it wasn't the worst game you've seen out of Cooper Rush. Running game was atrocious as always. CeeDee Lamb was good, 8 for 93. Speaking of that, this O-line needs a complete revamp there. Kamon Turpin, obviously, the 64-yard touchdown was really their only offense in the entire game. They had some decent drives, but again, when it came down to this offense, just can't sustain drives and can't get the ball in the end zone. When that happens, kind of hard to not get blown out. Trayvon Diggs, I guess, was good. Outside of that, though, this defense kind of like didn't really play. That's all I'll say. Osa had a sack, though. That was pretty cool to see. Malik Hooker, obviously, the interception. But again, this defense wasn't challenged or anything like that. So I'm honestly, like, they were just out there. Obviously, Brandon Aubrey missed the 40-yarder. It didn't count, and then obviously the 64-yarder, which did not count because of that penalty. Now, obviously, they went forward on 4th down and didn't even get it, and that was kind of like really sad. But the whole game was sad. So yeah, that's what I got for the Cowboys. Obviously, both teams had a good amount of yards. I guess it was pretty offensive overall. 2 bad turnovers though. Obviously, the Scooping score and that bad pick from not really a bad pick, just an unfortunate pick from what is called Cooper Rush. Kind of lost in this football game. Either way, though, the Texans got the W. That's what you expected them to get, the blowout win anyway. But yeah, that's really all I got for you guys here. Kind of an uninteresting dud of a Monday Nighter. Next week won't be the same, though. And yeah, here's a crazy goal and the other football. With that said, though, obviously see you for the Power Rankings tomorrow, obviously kicking off week 12. The week before Thanksgiving also.
Travasos right now is just trying to shield Schnebly so he can't see the ball.
Ferguson, and it takes the deflection. It goes in.